Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, chichi kuitika tukona vamwe comrade zisoriri ready vastombori skate vari ready kuona id ati d tupatauna tsamba ine zvidhindo zvema embassy Ministry of Local dated 17 June security check United States of America Secretariat Westgate Harare. Zviri kufamba sei? King Mutapa, Zimbabwe Kingdom, King of Kings. What is happening here? Reference: notification of a High Court order granting Timothy Chiminya as King Mutapa of Zimbabwe. Then we see it stamped and signed here, there, received by U.S. Embassy. What is this about? Ladies and gentlemen, as we are seeing this happening, Mnangagwa demoted. Zimbabwe, like Zimbabwe, the country of Zimbabwe, the nation of Zimbabwe, closed. It's no longer Zimbabwe, the Republic of Zimbabwe. And what does he call it? We're gonna go there. And why is this going to the United States Embassy? Ladies and gentlemen, now this is a smackdown. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy declares himself a king. Zimbabwe vanishes. Mnangagwa Dethroned, and King Chiminya declares Mutapa Empire 2.0. Yes. He fires Mnangagwa. He crowns his own chiefs and says, I want to be ruling with my own chiefs. Now, this Chiminya chief, King Chiminya, has stolen the show, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's continue with the letter. Then we go deeper in it. Is it even a letter? We see a letterhead. We see the balancing rocks there. King Mutapa, Zimbabwe Kingdom, King of Kings, kunge Jesu Kristo. Anyways, regaiti continue zvedu kuverenga iso. So it reads, good day. You are hereby kindly notified that following a High Court order case number HC 398122, Timothy Chiminya was legally declared King of Zimbabwe. This order was cemented by a written affidavit by Timothy Chiminya, approved by the High Court of Zimbabwe, 2nd of May 2025. Please find attached documents for your reference. Due to this development, Zimbabwe is officially no longer a republic but a kingdom. She legally now has an official king. Tsamba iri kuti maskati munoziviswa kuti mushure mekunge High Court order number HC 0981 Timothy Chiminya zviri pamutemo ndiye ava mambo weMutapa weZimbabwe, ndiye ava king Mutapa, mambo Mutapa weZimbabwe. Iyi order yakatsigirwa neaffidavit rakanyorwa oro chitsidzo chakanyorwa naTimothy Chiminya chikatenderwa neHigh Court yeZimbabwe. Tobva taona chidhindo. Then tsamba iyoyo inokopwa makopi anotumirwa futi kuofisi kwa President Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, Chief Justice Luke Malaba, the Judge President of the High Court of Zimbabwe, the Speaker of Parliament, the President of Chiefs, Kumalo, Harare Magistrate Court, Advocate Mtisi, all relevant ministries. And we see those who would receive, they would stamp. One is our Chidindo Javo. Take note, Chidindo, achieves endorsement. Now, who is this guy? Let's go brief before we go deep. Timothy Chiminya, we see him yet kumuona pa picture. Tika chaka mfananidzo, an old picture. Anyways, all pictures of King Mutapa are older. So ndiye uyo ndo King Mutapa aitonga empire inoi ye South Ethiopia kwese kuna Zimbabwe, South Africa, Mozambique, Zambia, because Mutapa yange yakakura kusvika kwese koko Mutapa empire yanga isingori panapa panozombeswa Gaza state and things like that. Saga regandise map ye Mutapa empire pa screen up as we prepare to go even deeper with this. So we see this letter is trending everywhere and Zimbabweans are commenting. Trikuona new political player here. Whatever the High Court order is, we're going to go deep into it. For now, the question is, kana kuti muvunzo ndewe kuti zvinorevei I High Court yepe iye ndo Mutapa empire ndofuna mnangagwa tsadaki yese Mutapa empire kunosvika patinobata pa Zaire apa pa Democratic Republic of Congo pakambonetsa vakomana vana bhanya mulenge kunana 1994 madays akazombokwira chingwa price muZimbabwe madays why 20 cents in a picture bechina breeze 10 cents ine zimuti yanga ichiri kutenga masenda anga satenge ipapo. We would first experience inflation for the first time since independence in the year 1996. From 1980 to 1990, takaita 10 years takanaka. 94, 95, 15 years. Hapana chakadirika. Zvakazotanga sei nyonga munyika medu. Vakomana weWillowville, motor scandal. Vakomana vakutengeserana masantana ZRP. From Willowville kuma Santana. 97, we see war veterans demanding land. Ndokupuwa land ezvinosina war veteran ari kutaura muZimbabwe ko Mutapa empire ine war veterans here. This empire ine vanguards, spiritual vanguards. So this claim by this guy, is he related to this emperor or what? How did the imperialists colonize this side of Africa? They would use divide and rule. They would baptize King Mutapa. They would baptize him. Vanomubhabhatidza time yachona iyoyo. Then they create ruins. Zinore azori masvingo eZimbabwe. Ruins are makuwa ema chief's graves. Harare, June 21, 2025. In a plot twist worthy of a Shakespearean farce, Timothy Chiminya, a Zimbabwean with a penchant for historical cosplay, has declared himself King Mutapa, resurrecting the 15th century empire and igniting legal and political circus that has Zimbabweans torn. Zimbabweans are torn between laughter and disbelief, and the government is unimpressed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we can say move over Netflix because Timothy Chiminya, Zimbabwe's self-crowned King Mutapa, is serving drama so wild it makes Tiger King look like a nature documentary. Decked out in the 15th century imperial swagger, Chiminya has declared himself a ruler of a rebooted Mutapa empire, only to find himself less your majesty and more your mugshot as the government charges him with dissing Emerson Mnangagwa's vibe. Long live the king. More like wait in the court. This royal ruckus would kick off in the year 2022 when Chiminya, armed with audacity and a knack for catching bureaucrats napping, snagged a default high court judgment, case number HC 3982122, that briefly dubbed him king. He strutted onto X, waving his court order like a Grammy, and started handing out chief titles like candy at a parkade or like ticket mutonaze city parkade kana yekanzuru ya Jacob Mafume. The crown toppled in July 2024 when Justice Siabona Paul Masitu, clearly not a fan of medieval reboots, tossed the ruling, muttering something about the Ministry of Local Government forgetting to set their alarm clock. Unfazed, he would keep his shenanigans going on. He would keep his royal fantasies going on. Does it pay off in the end? Or this would be his ending? Maybe in the end he would be having to pay for what he did, or maybe do make amend for the wrongs that he did do. Possibly lose a court case and then asked to compensate alongside the charges which the other side would have incurred. Now, unfazed, he kept keeping his royal fantasy, demanding government cash. Imagine demanding government cash ndikuda mari ya mnopa machifu. Okay, arikutaya diri rake aya asima tenda manjaya aya anonzi mahad but asima kembo muhadi. So what does he do? He appoints chiefs like Xavier Spiki as chief hammer, as if Zimbabwe constitution was just a suggestion. By 2025, his antics earned him a strange role in a courtroom drama charged with undermining Mnangagwa's authority after allegedly dethroning Chief Seke and is tolling his own guy Masimba Rubatika. On June 5, Magistrate Winfielder Tiatara, barely hiding her eye roll, ordered a mental health check, perhaps wondering if Chiminya's crown was cutting off circulation to the head. In January, Harare, Magistrate Sheone Sumatoa nixed his bail, declaring him a national security threat, not plot, national security threat. Kana munaganda in national security threat. What does that mean? Ladies and gentlemen, he is declared a national security threat. Is this guy a scarist? Is he a terrorist? No. Angori mu terrorist. I just say atorera Mnangagwa chigaro chake cho muno Mutapa. That is if Mnangagwa ariye muno Mutapa. Now, did the judge declare his jail cell his new kingdom? No, we are seeing him now here with this latest letter. And the letter we see here is 17 June 2025, where it's termed, meaning kuti ndopa akaenda nayo kwa American Embassy. Ko iye US Embassy yakati, did they listen to him? Or they just called him an imbecile, and maybe you would get embarrassed. Now Zimbabweans are eating this up like popcorn at a rom-com. Half the country hails Chiminya as a cultural icon, ready to swap their ideas from Mutapa Empire passports. The other half sees him as a political jester, mooning Mnangagwa's regime. Minister Daniel Garwe, sounding like he is auditioning for a Grumpy Cat, the movie called Chiminya. He calls him a fraudster imposter, insisting Zimbabwe's constitution doesn't do kings. Even they are in a deck of playing cards. Okay, why does he even cite the constitution? Is this guy saying something wrong, right? Like they should just ignore him, but we see them responding to him, addressing him. Now Zimbabweans are eating this up, or are they? As we see on X.com, X posts are ablaze with memes from Chiminya self-proclaimed addicts to jokes about the chief forming a royal WhatsApp group. Let me repeat that one, ladies and gentlemen. What did I say? A royal WhatsApp group. Okay, royal WhatsApp group Naiga. Okay, now as Chiminya's trial is unfolding, Zimbabwe braces for the next. Apologies, my network had dropped there. Now will Chiminya drop a mixtape titled Throne Bangers? Flee to a micronation in his mom's backyard, or just sit in court dreaming of a crown that's more glitter than gold? One thing is certain, Game of Thrones has nothing on Clash of Chiminya. To those watching us live, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. That's how I can get to see your names, so I can give you my shout outs, fellow Zimbabweans, Hamane Shangwari, friends, family, nema top shatter. Timbo Chata, Nejenyaya, yeah, this guy. So we see the pictures, ya King Mutapa, Neyake, side by side. Jiso, Jininga Jakafanana, cannot aka practice my facial expression nema gestures, a King Mutapa, kupapa photo, iyo. Remember King Nebuchadnezzar. Mambo Nebuchadnezzar. Uya. Mene. Take a passing. And amana. Munofunga kuti mungangweta take position. Yamtungamiri. Nyungu ndaenda mkoti nemo. Sakama Zimbabweans are kuti social media. What does Zimbabweans say? Let's start again from the top. Research suggests that Timothy Chiminya claims to be King Mutapa, reviving the empire, the ancient Mutapa, but this is controversial and legally contested. It seems likely that a 2022 High Court default judgment briefly supported his claim, later overturned in the year 2024. So he is king for 2 years. Now this has led to ongoing battles where we are right now. Public and government receptions are mixed, with some viewing this as a cultural identity issue and others as a political challenge. Timothy Chiminya, a Zimbabwean who declared himself King Mutapa, referencing historical Mutapa Empire from the 15th century, which spanned parts of modern-day Zimbabwe and South Africa, parts of Sadaka. This claim challenges Zimbabwe's republican status and has sparked significant legal and political debate. In the year 2022, Chiminya secured a default High Court judgment, case number HC 398122, after the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works failed to respond, temporarily recognizing his title. This was overturned in July 2024 by Justice Yabonda Papa Masitu, with further legal actions in 2025, including charges for undermining the presidential authority. As for June 2025, where we are right now, Chiminya faces trial for his actions, including appointing chiefs which the government deems unconstitutional. He was denied bail in the year 2025. Why? Because the courts viewed him as a national threat. So the key takeaways: 2022, Chiminya secures a High Court judgment and declares himself king. July 2024, High Court overturns the 2022 ruling, denies kingship. August 2024, Chiminya demands recognition and pay from government. August 2024 is when he would do that. February 2024, allegedly dethrones Chief Seke and he faces charges. Denied bail in January 2025. Ruled a security threat. Denied bail, ruled as a security threat. Trial begins for undermining presidential authority. Now where we are right now, to close it off, Timothy Chiminya, his claim to be King Mutapa represents a fascinating case of cultural ascension intersecting with legal and political realities. While initially supported by a legal error, subsequent rulings and charges have largely delegitimized his position, Yet his persistence underscores deeper social tensions. Now, that was it for now, ladies and gentlemen. With that, I'm going to sign out. Remember, be the hand of God and be the mouth of God. Do good, speak good. Hear no evil, see no evil, teach no evil, fear no evil. And realize we're living in a serious time. Put God first and everything comes second. Realize we're living in a serious time. The devil could never be a friend of mine. That will be Major E. Back in the days, serious time, living in a serious time. Lot of massive, lot of mercy. Big up all the massive and crew. To those who are watching us, before I sign out, just click that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you love our channel. If you don't love our channel, just click the like button, ladies and gentlemen. You feel good after clicking the like button. Let's meet at 4:30 as we talk about Aguilar's ZANU-PF campaign extravaganza. We're seeing him now campaigning. What is happening? We're going to do this live at 5 p.m. Zimbabwe time. And I pray that the network remains stable amidst EMP attacks and various other attacks by Chitungwiza criminals. Dr. Clarence broadcasting from Zimbabwe, Africa, under the state of the kingdom of God. Be blessed.